You know, it's funny when I was getting ready for this, I'm like, yeah, I don't, you know, uh, my entire network is not built on that. I'm like, it kind of is. I mean, when I think about the people that I'm closest to and I work with and I refer to, I've met them somehow through this program. My name is Sarah Brown, and I have a FranNet franchise. And when I tried to explain it, Lisa Chow said, let me get this straight. You have a franchise that helps people find the right franchise. And I said, precisely. So that is exactly what I do. There are over 3,000 franchises. Some are good, some are not. I help people find the right one for them. And then I serve as their franchise Sherpa as they do their research and due diligence. I applied to Leadership Henderson because several people that I respect quite a bit in the business community told me it was a must-do to get to know the city of Henderson, to get to know the business community, and God forbid I learned something about some of the industries like gaming and some other things that I really did not know that much about. One of the first people I met when I started my FranNet business here in town was Aviva Gordon. Aviva and I have done seminars together where I talk about entrepreneurship and she talks about the legal side to small business ownership. Aviva I respect quite a bit, and she's like, Sarah, I got so much out of that. She's a 20-plus year Las Vegan, and I was a 2-year Las Vegan, and she was absolutely right. It was one of the best decisions that I have made. I found the Henderson Chamber because I went to a Small Business Administration SCORE event. My FranNet business, we are the resource partner for the SBA SCORE at America's Small Business Development Centers. So I went to a workshop at a bounce castle gymnastics thing in Las Vegas, and there's Lisa Chow. And I said, well, but I don't live in Henderson. And she's like, you don't need to live in Henderson. She said, let me understand a little bit more about your business. And I sort of explained it. I explained how the franchise works, that my protected territory is the state of Nevada, with the exception of Reno. She said, so a lot of your clients will be in Henderson? I said, absolutely. She said, well, then you need to learn more about the Henderson Chamber. And she was absolutely right. So as one of the few people in my leadership class who did not live in Henderson, I was the furthest north up in Centennial Hills. And they always joked after an event, Sarah, are you going to head out and go to Canada? And I'm like, it's a 30-minute drive, everybody. It's not that far. But I was so glad that I had that conversation with Lisa, thinking my experience with chambers in the past was you had to live in that community for it to make a lot of sense. And I think the Henderson Chamber's mantra is, hey, they're all about doing business in Southern Nevada. Whether you live there, a lot of your customers, clients will be in Henderson, and I have found that to be the case. The relationships that I have forged and still maintain from my Leadership Henderson group, Trish Nash, who's on the board of directors of the Henderson Chamber, just a great lady. I refer clients to her. She has introduced me to a lot of people in the business community. And there's just a lot of other folks. Cindy Valor, who's a volunteer with SCORE, I knew her before. Randy Donald, who is the CEO and owner of Design Builders, he's in my Rotary Club. So there's just a lot of people that I know, like, and respect. And anytime I think about, a lot of my clients are like, Sarah, I need an attorney. Well, you should go to Aviva. I need a commercial real estate agent. Well, you should go and talk to Michael or Joe DeRaffaelli. All of those things are very important to me, to be able to refer my clients to people I trust and that I've gotten to know over the course of several years. So being part of the Henderson Chamber of Commerce is pretty important to me, to get to know the business community, but also just the community in general. What does the community need? I am a proud member of the Las Vegas Rotary Club, and I do a lot of my volunteering and philanthropy through that. But through the leadership program, our class project was working with Judge Stevens on the Veterans Treatment Court. As a fellow veteran myself, helping veterans who have had a little stumble when they've transitioned to the private sector and kind of have a new lease on life when they get out was very important and very impactful. And just meeting a lot of those people that do so much for the community, like the Henderson Library. They do so much for our local community. And then just a lot of other non-profits, Miracle Flights, other things. You name it, and someone with a service group is a member of the Henderson Chamber of Commerce.